On e-commerce marketplace Meesho has revealed a new brand identity that the venture believes will reinforce how the e-commerce platform helps its customers make a value-first purchase decision. With this, the company aims to strengthen its positioning as a one-stop horizontal platform that meets the everyday needs of millions of Indian shoppers. To talk to us about the brand revamp and the road ahead at Meesho, joining me now is its founder and CEO, Viditaatrey. Vidit, welcome back to Startup Street. First, tell us the reason behind this new brand identity. What's new at Meesho, apart from the new logo and color palette? And most importantly, what do you hope to achieve with this brand revamp? What is the larger goal and the kind of impact you hope to create?
Thank you, Shruti. Good to see you, and good to be on CNBC today. So, by the way, this brand refresh has been in the works for quite some time, and to be very frank, I've never been so excited. I think this identity, the new identity, is basically reflecting the changes that have happened in the business, of how the business has evolved over the last many years. So, if you know, about 5 years ago, as a business, we were mostly focused on women, largely selling fashion, and we used to focus a lot on women entrepreneurs who were leveraging WhatsApp to sell. And the business since then has evolved quite a lot. So today, about half of the users who come to the Meesho app and transact are men, and the remaining half are women. So we are essentially serving all genders. We today have all the kind of categories on the platform. Like apparel now is less than 50% of the business, and everything else, which is kids, personal care and beauty, electronics, books, home and kitchen, have grown quite a lot over the last few years. And also, like across age groups. So if you look at 18 to 25 is an age group that was not such a big part of the ecosystem about a few years ago, and now is the fastest growing on the platform. So the new brand identity is basically a reflection of how our business has evolved. Like today, our focus is on how do we become the everyday shopping app for the next billion aspirational consumers who are coming online and basically fulfilling everything that they need. And we want to be the inclusive brand that serves them all. We still today have the most number of languages on our app. So you could be in the remotest part of the country, and when you come to the app, you could find it in your own language. Again, no one else does it. We've always had this inclusivity as a very core tenet of the brand, and this identity is basically reflecting that change.
All right, so the brand revamp reflects aspiration and inclusivity. With it, multiple reports suggest that the shopping spree has slowed down and e-commerce is not clicking as it did. What kind of sales are you doing currently? And if you could take me through your current growth numbers.
Yeah, and like I think a lot of that is about what kind of benchmark do you take, right? So obviously during the pandemic, online commerce grew at a crazy pace. But if you ask me, that was never sustainable, right? Like we grew 3x every year from 2020 to 2022, 3x every year, which is massive, but definitely not sustainable. But even if you look at FY23, which has just went by, we still doubled over FY22. The growth still continues to be really, really strong. It's not the pandemic numbers, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Pandemic was definitely a great opportunity for us to kind of reach out to a lot more people because it was a important need for them then. But we still believe that online commerce will continue to be a very important channel and still the fastest growing retail channel like overall. India is still at only 5% of shopping overall happens online. Everything else is still offline. If you look at countries like US, that number is close to 30-35%, China is close to 40%. So we are still way behind. If you look at the penetration of e-commerce, just taking off. So I think we are very, very excited. We believe that online e-commerce will continue to grow. On the point of, hey, is shopping slowing down, inflation impacting? If you look at our core tenet has always been how do we build the lowest cost channel for consumers and small businesses, right? So we always have been very value focused. We want to make sure that people are able to do a lot more, fulfill all their aspirations with a limited budget. And in times like this, it offers us a great opportunity. A lot more people are looking for value, and as a platform, that's what we promised and we've been providing so far. So again, I think of all of this as a great opportunity for us, and that's why this brand refresh is also in the same direction, that we want to go out and tell the world that, hey, we are there for you, we have aspirations, we know it, and as a platform, we are doing everything we can to kind of fulfill them.
Okay, Vidit, let me go back a month ago when you reduced the size of the Meesho workforce by 15%, affecting 251 employees in order to achieve sustained profitability. Are you close to achieving this, and what are the cost pressures you're currently seeing? What is your current cash burn?
Yeah, so if you look at our cash burn, it has gone down by more than 90% year on year, right? So we have done a lot of work over the past 12 months, both in terms of getting very, very close to profitability while maintaining a steady growth. So I think we should be about a quarter or two away from profitability. And fingers crossed, I think we should come back very, very soon on CNBC again and basically declare that we are there. But it's not very far away anymore. I think we should be there in a quarter or two. But we've made it, I think it's just the last mile. As I said, we've reduced the cash burn by 90% the last 1 year. So most of the work is already done.
All right, Vidit, surely looking forward to the next interview where Meesho turns profitable. But before I let you go, one final question. IPO anytime soon?
Fingers crossed, hopefully soon. And that's why I think we've been so focused on profitability. Once we get done a quarter or two, I think then we would be ready. So whenever the window opens up, we should be knocking the door.
All right, Vidit, we've completely run out of time, but many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today and wish you the very best with all your plans. Moving on, time for a short break, but coming up, Sports for All have been building grassroots sports in schools. We speak to its founders on how they are helping budding athletes. Stay tuned for that one.